Uh, yes, welcome you all in the pathology class. Today we are going to study the crystallization of magma. You all know that igneous rocks are formed by the solidification of magma or lava. Now, during the solidification, the molten material may convert to crystals, may not, or a rock may be composed of total crystals, or it may have totally glassy nature or a mixed both crystals and glass. It all depends upon the history of the cooling, or you can say the solidification. In igneous rocks, the grain size depends upon the four factors, that is rate of cooling of that material, that hot molten rock material to which we call magma. Second, the viscosity of the magma. Third, the number of components. And fourth, the molecular concentration of individual component. These four factors decides the nature of the sizes of the grains, or you can say the nature of the solid material in the igneous rocks. Now, for simplicity, to study crystallization of magma, let us discuss the crystallization of unicomponent magma. Unicomponent magma means that magma bears the composition of only one component, or in other words we can say the only one mineral which is in the melted form. For that, it has been experimentally investigated in the laboratory. The augite mineral was melted, and it was found that that after cooling the solidification takes place at the freezing point. It starts at the solid points. It starts at the freezing point, but it does not take completely at the freezing point. If you see this graph, on the x-axis, on this axis, it is taking the power of spontaneous crystallization. Power of spontaneous crystallization means the number of crystals that are formed in unit volume in unit time. And on the y-axis, the temperature below the freezing point. Freezing point means the melting point of any mineral. Freezing point, or you can say the melting point. You all know that the solidification, or you can say the crystallization of a mineral from a liquid takes place at its melting point. As the temperature is lowered, the mineral starts crystallizing at its melting point. So what we notice, that this is the melting point or freezing point, and from this the crystallization just starts, and the nuclei along with the crystallization continues. Number of nuclei increases, and after certain distance below the melting point, the maximum centers along which crystallization takes place occurs, and further there is, you can say, the number of centers of crystallization decreases. The area in which the crystallization is slow, that is called metastable region, and below it is your labile region. So from this we can understand that if the liquid cools slowly, if it spends major part in its metastable region, the grain size naturally of that particular rock will be large compared to another liquid which is going crystallization in the labile region, where number of centers of crystallization are more, and hence the individual grain is develops into small size. So the basic concept that we are going to understand from this crystallization of unicomponent system is that if the rate of cooling is slow, the grain size will be large, and vice versa, if the rate of cooling is fast, if you reach to this labile region, this is fast, naturally the grains that will develop will be of smaller size. Now this curve was after Taubeman, and this was another work of Ostwald and Mears. According to them, their crystals does not appear until unless we incorporate some crystals of that particular composition, but that is from the chemistry point of view, but geologically we are in favor of the Taubeman. And it is very clear that initially the center or the nuclei along which crystallization takes place are few, and as the temperature is lowered below its freezing point or melting point, the centers increases, reaches to a maximum, then again the centers along which crystallization takes place decreases, and ultimately what you notice in this graph, that below say certain, say here it is 80 degree below melting point, the whole liquid has converted into solid into the crystals. So the concept that you have to understand is that it is not just the melting point at which all liquid converts into solid. The crystallization begins, but it below certain that melting point, certain degree temperature below that melting point, in this case it is 80 degree Celsius. So that is what we have to understand. Now similarly, as because magma is a multi-component system, right? Magma is a multi-component system, and if the center of crystallization